Good day to Dr. Ferris and my friend. We are from Group 3 and our book review entitled is The Outsider. I am the leader of Group 3, Vanessa Tay Ming Fong, and we have Lo Xing Hui, Nur Izzati, Rahima, and Nur Hashima. The Outsiders is a work by Susan Alois Hinston, published in 1967, published by Biskin Press. The book is set in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There are 7 main characters in this novel. The first is Pony Michael Curtis, a 14-year-old boy who is a narrator and main character in The Outsiders. His parents have been killed in an automobile accident and he lives with his 2 brothers. Soda Pop Prentice Curtis is Ponyboy's 16 ongoing 17-year-old brother. Daryl or Denishan Curtis is the Ponyboy's 20-year-old brother and legal guardians of Ponyboy and Soda. Next, Dallas or Derry Winston has been in gang in New York City before joining Greasers. He is Ponyboy's least favorite member of the gang. Johnny Cat is the gang's pet. He is 16 years old, physically small, and comes from a physically and verbally abusive home. Bob Seldon is the source, who originally attracted Johnny and then attracted both Johnny and Pony in the park. The last one is Cherry Valance, a cheerleader and the girlfriend of Bob, the source who is killed.
Hi, my name is Lo Xing Hui. The plot of the novel was about a young greaser named Ponyboy Curtis narrates the story of rival gangs, the Greasers and the Sauce, and their conflicts, friendship, and struggles in a small tower during the 1960th century. Ponyboy and his 2 brothers struggle with being orphans following the passing of their parents. As long as they are appropriately, they are allowed to be together. Ponyboy takes solace from his brother Soda Pop because of the poor relationship he was with his brother Derry. Ponyboy and the other greasers look to their gangs to fill the voids left by their chaotic families. They also have to be careful of the Sauce, as walking home alone could make them vulnerable to an attack at any time.
My name is Nur Izzati binti Bustaman. I'm going to tell you guys about the conflict part, raising action, and 2 climax in this story. The conflict is the Sox find the Greasers walking with their girls, Cherry and Marcia. There is a verbal altercation between the guys, and the girls eventually end up living with Sox to prevent a physical altercation. Next, raising action. At the park, Ponyboy and Johnny encounter drunk Bob and Randy with a group of sock boys. The Sox attack Johnny and Ponyboy. The Sox nearly drowns Ponyboy in a fountain. Accidentally, Johnny kills Bob to protect his friend. This forced Johnny and Ponyboy to flee. The climax in the story, after Johnny kills a boy, Johnny and Ponyboy find Deli for help. He tells them to go to a church on J Mountain, which is a night's walk from where the boys live. Next, they hide out in the church for a week, cutting and dyeing their hair to disguise themselves, reading Gun with the Wine a lot, and discussing poetry.
Deli drives Ponyboy and Johnny back home to let Johnny turn himself in. However, as the boys leave, they notice that the abandoned church where Ponyboy and Johnny have been staying has caught fire. They discover that a group of school children has wandered inside. Ponyboy and Johnny rush into the church to save the children. Just as they get the last child through the window, the roof caves in and Ponyboy blacks out. Soda Pop and Derry arrive to pick up Ponyboy. The following morning, Ponyboy and Johnny are hailed as heroes in the media. They further claim that Johnny will face manslaughter charges as a result of Bob's passing. Additionally, he claims that the Greasers and Sock have decided to settle the dispute with a massive brawl. 22 Socks and 20 Greasers are on one side as they begin the rumble in a deserted lot. The struggle is valiantly won by the Greasers. After the rumble, Ponyboy and Deli dash back to visit Johnny and discover that he is perishing. Deli loses control after Johnny passes away, flees the hospital in a rage and robs a shop. The Greasers scramble to look at him, but it's too late. When Deli points an empty gun at the cops, they shoot him to death. Ponyboy passes out and is unwell for over a week.
Ponyboy had not anticipated the judge's hearing to be as it was. Pony was the only one who could not tell the judge what has transpired that night, and he was only questioned about his personal life. The court hears from everyone, finds Pony not guilty, and dismisses the case. Pony struggles academically and is clumsy and forgetful. As Pony is continuously reprimanded by Derry for finishing his homework, a fight resumes between the 2 of them. Nothing really matters to Pony anymore, and getting through each day is a struggle for him. Therefore, Ponyboy makes the decision to write a novel based on his semester's topic in order to share his experience and ideas. In an effort to promote empathy and discuss boundary between groups, he wants to tell the story from the viewpoint of the other side and the daily of the world. The death of Johnny and Deli lead to Ponyboy experiencing a time of mental and physical anguish. Through the interaction with Randy, Ponyboy begins to rethink the distinction and the preconception between the Greaser and the Sauce. He realizes that each individual on both sides have their own challenges and difficulties. This realization prompts him to reflect on the cycle of violence and the necessity of compassion and understanding.
Book review time. Hello, my name is Vanessa Teh Ming Fong. This book main themes are divided community. The novel The Outsiders explore the subject of social inequality and class struggle. With the Graces coming from working class home and the Source from wealthy households, the Graces and the Source symbolize two distinct socio-economic classes. In addition to highlighting the difficulties experienced by individuals who live on the periphery of society, the novel investigates the conflict and biases that result from their social distinction. Not only that, we also learn the power of empathy, the conflict between the Graces and the Source, two competing groups with disparate socio-economic backgrounds, is examined in the book. Ponyboy's perspective demonstrates how empathy and understanding can reduce barriers between various groups and encourage people to see past preconceptions and prejudices.
Hello, my name is Rahima binti Abdurrahman. From this story, the lesson that we learned is they weren't looking for a fight, they were looking to fit in. Not many of these people wanted to fight at all, but they were so attached to the social label and group they belonged to that they felt obligated to stand with their friends and fight for whatever the popular opinion was. The second lesson from the story is to stay gold. At the end of the novel, just before Johnny Cage dies, he tells Ponyboy to stay gold. In saying this, he means that he should stay innocent and to not change who he is as a person. This means that we should always be a good person even if there are many problems or incidents that happen to us. For the personal experience part, I can relate to Ponyboy because both of us have the same taste. We both like movies and books. Other than that, we are both the youngest of the siblings. I also have felt some of the things that Ponyboy did, like he learns that his behavior can impact others. Next, for the opinion section, in my opinion, I think I like this book. My favorite part in the story is when Ponyboy and Johnny save the kids in church. My least favorite part is how the greaser or gang is being judged by the society just because of their appearance. Also, I'm not gonna change anything in the story because the story is good the way they are. Lastly, for the recommendation part, The Outsiders are authentic and honest, and I think every teenagers need to read it. I really recommend this book to all types of people because of the interesting storyline that the author makes in this book.